Hey,
We're live.
hey, we're live.
We are live, and after
Welcome.
after 21 minutes of technical difficulties, we're
Yeah.
back.
All right, so we're back. Hey, hey, shut the fuck up. Sorry, my dog's growling.
It's past the
Um,
first 10 seconds. You can swear whatever you want. YouTube doesn't care.
Perfect. Welcome to the Legends Clubhouse. Hopefully, everyone can hear me this time. I am Bobby Kaboose. This is Lawson Turner. We're gonna try this whole thing again.
God, this is
Man,
I could not ask for a better debut. This
I
is
know.
we're keeping it all in here.
I know, man. This is great. This is months in the making, as we've already said in the first 21 minutes of the first one that you can hear us. But both of us are coming from a former. Do you want to call it an employer or do you want to call it a content mill? I'm not really sure.
Well, since we can just interrupt whenever we please, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever
Yeah,
whatever funky
100%.
words you want to call it.
Let's just talk over each other,
I
and all that stuff. Stop.
Yeah, I can talk while
Yeah.
you talk. Yeah,
Yeah, let's try to do that.
yeah.
No, but we've had this idea to have a show since December. It's a few months in the making. Um, we are now part of a new team. The Clubhouse is presented to you by New Leaf News. Lawson and I both are co-founders of New Leaf News with two other great people. Grunk and our girl Kat. So we have a nice four person team right now. We're looking to expand here in the near future. We got good stuff going on over there, man. We have
Mm.
minimal content. I mean, as far as right now, but we've already had over 2,000 views. In what tomorrow is our month anniversary of
I think
our
it's a
launch
calendar month. Yeah.
so, we launched on Austin 316 Day, cracked open the beers and poured them down our throats, and
Oh.
we launched that bitch. So, great things are going over there. Lawson, I met you through the previous, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
We're not monkeying
Place.
around anymore.
On God, we're not monkeying
So
around.
yeah, no more monkeying
Yeah.
around. So,
No more monkeys
I
jumping on
was
the
on
bed.
a show. I was featured on a show that you were a regular on.
Mm.
I kind of peeped you out and was like, "Hey, man, do you want to do a show? I think we would have fucking gold." And I think we're sitting on a diamond in the rough right here.
Right.
For those who don't know me, I don't know how many viewers we have or whatever. I am half co-host of 64-Bit Legends podcast. Check it out on social media. We're on Spotify, everywhere you can find podcasts. You had your Cover 2 podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, you were on that show previously that you would just get interrupted all the time. So now that you actually have a voice and a platform to actually speak, what would you like to say?
I'm just super excited. This has, like you said, it's been a long time coming. We both love to talk. We're both very flamboyant in our personalities. We love to talk.
No.
We love to be expressive. We love everything that comes with being the showman on the interweb through the camera, and being entertaining. And we're this. I know for the most part of this episode we're going to be talking about sports and stuff like that, but sports is a very soft foundation for a lot of stuff. We
Yeah.
One episode we could be talking about music and Coachella. The next episode we could be talking about the Super Bowl, WrestleMania, all that jazz, the World Series,
Next episode, we could be talking about
movies.
what dinosaur you would like to be in a previous life.
Right,
Who knows what we're going to be
right.
talking about
We
on this show?
we could be
So
ranking fast food restaurants. It doesn't matter.
exactly,
Right.
top fast food restaurant.
Ooh. Zaxby's. If you're in the South, if you know, you know.
I don't know what that is.
If you
Man.
know, you know.
Us Yankees up here.
Go ahead.
We us Yankees up here like Taco Bell.
Listen, I ain't got anything against Taco Bell.
Man, south of the border. Live Moss.
Liv
Um,
Moss is crazy.
But no, man. You've your specialty is sports betting, and that's what you've been writing on for the last few months.
Mm.
You're starting to expand, but dude has been hitting crazy, man. We've been joking around that you're going to be buying me a house by the end of the year. because you've been hitting on a ridiculous
It's been insane.
percentage.
The
It's
over
it's been unreal.
NBA and basketball is one of my two favorite sports. There's so many games. There's so much data. There's so many numbers to go through. And if you're a numbers junkie like myself, I love it. Over the course of the NBA regular season, we went 323 and 184 on just player prop bets. That is a 63.7%. I don't know if that's pretty good, but
That's pretty good.
it feels pretty
That's
good
pretty
to me. You know,
good.
not to
I feel like if you're above like 55 to 57%, that's
you're in the
good.
you're in the
You
one
know,
percent, the 1%, and we're
yeah.
we're going over that.
Yeah, man. Like I said, dude, you're gonna be buying me or getting me to a point where I can buy a $500,000 house, man. It's gonna be
Hey,
freaking awesome.
one parlay at a
Um,
time.
one parlay at a time. No, parlays are for suckers, man. I'm telling you, parlays are for
and
suckers.
and I'm a
Uh,
lo- and I'm a lollipop in a world full of suckers, man. I love it.
yeah, 100% you are. That's why I've been killing it because I just, I bet your
Hey,
stuff individually. Once you hit the 3 out of 4, it's
there you
the
go.
it's the profitable day, dude. It's the
Right,
profitable day.
100%.
Um, we have tons of stuff to cover this week. Our schedule right now, our soft schedule will be on Mondays. I know it's not a Monday, but we're procrastinators. We tried to, as you saw, we didn't have audio for the first 20 minutes for the first try to take on this. But hey, everyone needs a dress rehearsal that we can only hear and no one else can hear. So we were trying to find out a perfect launch date. I don't know if there is a perfect launch date, but
Hmm.
we tried. Our intention was the day after the Super Bowl, so we had stuff to talk about, but we don't need help talking about things. We can just talk and talk and talk.
Hmm.
But NBA playing games are here. Baseball is in full swing, no pun intended. We have the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania,
WrestleMania's
coming this weekend.
right this weekend. Yeah, we're all super excited.
Dude, 420s this weekend, Easter, you know, Jesus getting out of the tomb and
What isn't going on
join,
this weekend?
let's go.
Right.
We're good to go. Like I said, you've been hitting on these bets like crazy for the NBA. I'm kind of pissed off or disappointed that the season's come to an end because
Yeah, it was your first.
I enjoy making money from you, so
Yeah.
from your picks and everything. So if you're looking to place any bets, Lawson has daily content on New Leaf News.
Hmm.
Go check his articles out. See what his picks are because this dude is hitting on a larger number than most of these experts at these other networks or wherever you're checking out the bets. And guess what? You not only give you a play, you give the reason why.
Right. Now, 100%. And once again, if you don't like it, you ain't got to play it. There's many a times I had to give you a basketball player, you're like, this dude fucking sucks. Why is
Yep.
it good? And then I'd send, hey, here's why I'm doing it. You should probably do it too. And then guess what happens? Cash.
Sometimes it hits.
Right. Sometimes it
But
hits. And
hey, or I misread your text and
over and under.
I put an over and it was an under and I'm like, F you, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
But I was expecting you to go over and I told you I didn't like that play and you're like, it was under. And I'm like,
There's a reason why I didn't like it.
yeah,
Right.
I can read it now.
Yeah.
But no, man, so there's been the new Jalen Ramsey news.
Mm.
We are trying to get into that when we are muted. He is demanding a trade or is looking for trade partners.
Him and Jalen Ramsey and the Miami Dolphins have agreed to mutually look for a trade partner, whether it be a team on his list that I assume will come out later out in the day of as all these players that they want to trade or they're mutually agreeing to try and find a trade partner. A list normally comes out of okay, I want one of these 7 or 8 teams. I think that if you're a Super Bowl contending team, try and shoot your shot at Jalen Ramsey per se. Now I wouldn't give up the sun, the moon, and the earth for him, due to he is getting a little bit up there in age. He is an expensive cornerback, but I
Yeah,
still think he's really good in coverage and especially in the run support. He's always been for any questionable parts of his game in coverage. he's been a dominant, supporter in the running game for ever since his time in Jacksonville.
Dude, in Jacksonville, he was so dominant, man.
It was
He was
ridiculous.
he was by far the best corner in the league.
Yeah.
I joked around when we were muted that I didn't even realize he was still in the NFL.
Yeah, it's just been
He's been,
silence.
Miami, for a few years now after winning the Super Bowl with the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
But that Rams defense, man, with him and Donald and I
Von
think Von Miller.
Miller,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
it was excellent.
talk about the reincarnation of like the 2002 Red Wings. Like you have how many Hall of Famers,
Just it was
and Matt
disgusting.
Stafford is not one of those Hall of Famers. Um, but
We
anyway,
can get into that at a
we'll get
later
into that in
time.
another
Whenever
episode.
when the
You
season
know,
comes around, I'm sure we'll have our QB rankings for the NFC and all that jazz.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if you don't know, obviously Lawson's a huge Steelers fan. That ugly flag behind him.
it's
Um,
beautiful.
but I am a Detroit Lions, Detroit pretty much everything guy. So I'm not a fan of Matt Stafford. You will find this out. He did nothing for Detroit, and I hate that Lions fans put him on a pedestal because he did nothing for
It's
12 years.
it's kind of a
Did
wild
nothing.
it's kind of a wild thing when it's like, oh, I'm a Detroit Lions fan and Matt Stafford fucking blows.
Well, I
Most
mean,
of
come on, dude.
I mean,
Like 0 for 3 in the playoffs. He had
right,
Kelvin Johnson. He had,
right.
Ndamukong Suh.
Now,
He,
granted, he had what 1 or 2 100-yard rushers in the entirety of his career for games. Now, once
yeah,
again,
that's
it's the running game, and I
right.
understand your point. But once again, that is we could go on for 3 hours just about how much you hate Matt Stafford.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So, but yeah, there's a lot going on this week in sports. And we will cover as much as we can. But I wanted to bring this up because we're gonna hit the NBA playing games a little later.
Mm-hmm.
But I left one topic off of not telling you, man, off the sheet. So
Oh, I'm scared.
I just want to know your opinion on something. So,
Okay.
other people's kids, right?
There's a topic, and I love to talk, and I got opinions on everything. So yeah, let's hear it. Other
Yeah,
people's kids.
so other people's kids, right? So, I know you're a rookie in the workplace, right?
Right.
But me, I'm a little bit of a veteran of working. I've been working before probably
I was
before you.
born.
So yeah. But there's always these people in the workplace that will bring up their kids and they'll be like, my kid is the fucking greatest thing since
Since sliced
bread.
right.
Yeah, and they're the star athlete. They're gonna go to the NBA. They're gonna go to the NFL. Whatever, whatever, whatever.
Your
Man,
prototypical dad stuff.
yes, and it's even worse from the moms, to be honest with you. But because it's their baby boy or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I worked with this woman that you swore her son played nose tackle. He was better than the Ndamukong Suh.
He was gonna be Warren Sapp reincarnated, right?
Her daughter was the best player on the soccer team, yet the coach didn't like her, so she didn't get minutes. And I'm like,
Right.
well, that doesn't make any sense because
right.
if she, whatever. So my brother has a saying like, I don't give a fuck about your kids unless I give a fuck about your kids, right? So
Right.
I was just gonna, wanting to bring your opinion on this because I do have a story because
Oh,
I want you
God.
to care about my nephew after I
Uh-oh.
want to hear your opinion.
Okay.
What's your opinion?
Just on
Damn.
other people's kids in general.
Yes.
Oh,
Like,
I don't give a shit.
like, okay. Like,
well,
so, like,
for what?
no, if they're like gloating about their kid or whatever, you like.
Fuck Lil Billy. That's like I don't care. You want me to be real? I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, like no one gives
if you're not in my immediate circle, or if you're not
Right,
within my
right.
atmosphere, I don't care. For what?
Right. So, I thought about this, but I just wanted to ask your opinion about it because, like I said, I'm going to be talking about something that
Yeah.
I'm probably the only one that fucking cares about.
And once again, I could say, oh, Bobby, that's fucking awesome. I love that for
Right.
him, but I don't give a shit.
Right. So get this, dude. Like I wanted to actually tell you guys in the Discord chat yesterday, but my nephew had a fucking game yesterday, dude.
In what sport?
So he's on the JV team at his high school for baseball, right?
Say he hit for the cycle.
This motherfucker, dude, even better, bro. This dude yesterday, and like my brother texted me, he's like, "Man, I gotta brag on the kid." He's like, I hate doing this. Now,
Mm.
like when he told me the shit, I was excited, man. I was
Yeah.
like, "Man, can I fucking tell?" Dude, my nephew, it was their first game yesterday. Their first two games got rained out. We're in Michigan. If you know about Michigan weather, it can be seven. It will actually be. It was 70 yesterday. Today it's going to be, I think, 35.
Mm.
Um, so he has his debut yesterday. He's starting pitching. Throws um a he throws a no hitter.
Oh, he's a pitcher.
Yeah, he's a pitcher. He throws a no hitter. He threw six strong.
Why wasn't it? I was about to say why wasn't it perfect, but okay,
Well,
six strong.
he hit a guy, and
Oh.
he fielder let up an error. So he got two guys on base.
Oh.
He faced 20 batters. He struck out 16 of them.
Bro's
And
Nolan
then
Ryan.
he goes to the plate, dude. He
Say
goes
he's
2 for
Shohei.
3.
Yeah.
It's a grand slam and a triple. They won 11-0.
God, he's
Unbelievable, man.
God. I
So,
want to be like him when I grow up. He sounds
dude,
all
me too. Me too. I
right.
texted him. I was like, you better get your NIL deals
Oh,
situated,
oh
man.
God. That's
He is
that's
he's 16. He's a sophomore. He's JV
it's
at
awesome.
his high school, man. He can throw mid 80s. Like he's gonna be
Hey,
legit. In 2 years when he's signing that NIL deal,
hey,
we'll have
man.
him on the Legends Clubhouse.
Hey, yo, that'd
And
be that's
you know,
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, man, I just like I said, dude. Normally I don't give a fuck about what
Oh
your kids
yeah,
are
I was
doing,
about to
but I
say
was like,
back
dude,
to
this
the
is
original
impressive
point.
shit, man.
Like I said, fuck little Billy. I don't
Yeah,
care. But yeah, that's
right.
once again, that's dope. And for all the people that will eventually go back and rewatch old pods stuff like that. It's awesome, but we don't care. If
Yeah,
if it's not immediate family, I could have gone my whole life and not known that and would have slept
right.
just fine.
Right. But
Right.
now you do know it, and you
And
can
I
sleep
you
even better, and everyone else
right,
knows it. You
right,
know.
because it's on
So
the interweb.
right. So I just started calling him Shohei. But
What's his
we
name?
huh?
What's his name?
His name's Will.
Oh, I was trying to see if you could work a show, like a
Yeah. No.
Shohei Will,
No.
pun. No.
I was just calling him Shohei Caboose.
So hey, there you
Um,
go.
and that works for us. But
My dad played. My dad's favorite sport is baseball. He played baseball, growing up, high school, a little bit in college, and all that stuff. His nickname was A Train because of how he ran the bases, and I'm a bigger dude. He's a bigger dude, so one of his coaches said, "You run like a damn train, run around the bases." So he called him A Train, and it's funny,
yeah.
the
But
boost and the A Train, yeah.
no one gives a shit about Baby Moose. But
First of all, don't
uh,
don't 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 bring my MLB Road to the Show player into it. Baby
dude,
Moose is insane.
Baby Moose sucks ass. All right.
We'll get into maybe we'll have an MLB stream. Maybe
All
we'll
right.
have an
Yeah,
MLB stream in the future. Yeah.
because people just need to know that Baby Moose plays on rookie and he hits 400 home runs a season.
First of
Uh,
all, I got to Dynamic, I got to Hall of Fame Plus, and then I had to tune it down. The show was hard. They were busting my ass. They were busting my ass.
but you know who is on Hall of Fame Plus, man, or probably even in the legend status right now is freaking Tarek Skubal, man.
Oh
He
my
has
god, that
been
kid, he's insane.
wheeling and dealing and dealing and dealing. Yesterday again, he goes 7 strong. He strikes out 9, and he makes it look easy. This dude has like I would be shocked if he doesn't win Cy Young back to back. Like this dude is on another level right now.
I mean, I'm not a baseball head, but in the National League, who's his competition? Are the Pirates in the National League?
Yes.
So could it be like a him and Skeens thing?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That'll be
Like
your
him.
battle, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, so with baseball, they have AL and NL Cy
Yeah,
Young. So, like,
that's what I was saying. So that's why I was asking if the Pirates are in the American League, then it could be Paul Skeens and Scooble,
right. Right.
so that wouldn't be an issue. But since they're both in the same league, they'll be going against each other for considerations for awards and all that jazz.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll be able to. They'll be actually able to get their own awards because they're in the separate leagues.
Oh, they
But
are in separate.
yeah, Pittsburgh's a National League team, man.
Oh, gotcha.
You got a Steelers thing behind you, yet you don't know where the
I
Pirates
don't
play.
give a listen. If you would ask me 3 years ago about baseball, I would say I don't give a fuck, and that's when the Braves won the World Series.
Dude, that's mean, man. That's
Very
mean.
mean. To all you
That's
baseball nerds, I'm coming around.
that's mean, dude.
I
Because
don't care. It's
be,
okay.
baseball is America's pastime. All right, are
I
you
watch
American?
I watch baseball when I need to nap.
Whatever, dude.
I
No wonder
baseball
you live
watches
off
me
the
nap.
Gulf of Mexico. It's the
You're
Gulf of America now. The greatest luchador in the world is El Grande Americano. We're taking
yeah.
America back.
Better
We're
call
going
J.
baseball,
Better call
American
JBL.
luchadors, Gulf of America.
Hey man,
Bam. In that order.
you stupid. So to dive into some basketball stuff. We got the two playing games tonight. The first one, the Atlanta Hawks are taking on the Orlando Magic in Orlando. Winner of this gets the 7 seed and will get the reward of going against the Boston Celtics in the first round. I think that this game is going to be really, really interesting, despite the they're in the same division, even though divisions of basketball really don't matter. Paulo Banchero's been on a tear. He sat out the last 2 games because it kind of didn't matter. Or if you look into injuries for right ankle soreness, he scored 30 in 2 of his last 3 games. Other than that, he's been just on a flat out tear. I expect a lower performance tonight due to he's going up against the Hawks, and who do the Hawks have? Dyson Daniels should be Defensive Player of the Year. I don't want to hear anything about Draymond Green. He is the first player this century to average 3 or more steals per game. And if he does not win the Defensive Player of the Year award, then say guards are eliminated.
Who was the last player to do that? Allen Iverson?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
All right. Look at
Would you
the
would
big
you look at
brain
that?
on Bobby.
Would you look at that?
Um, but did you mention that Pablo Escobar dude from the Magic?
Paulo Banchero?
Yeah, same thing. Like, dude, I don't know any of these dudes. Like, if like Penny Hardaway's not coming back, like,
I
I don't
mean,
know. Uh,
I think the game's gonna be really interesting. If both teams are fully healthy, I would lean Atlanta, but the reason why these playing games are so exciting is the fact that it's a 1 game set off. Now, granted, the loser of this game plays the winner of the 9-10 games tomorrow out of the East, so you kind of get a second chance. But in a one night setting, YOLO, despite his, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Hawks. They're entering this game on a 3-game winning streak now. Outside of losing the last game of the season to Atlanta, Orlando had won 6 of their last 7, including nice wins over Boston and Atlanta and Indy, and they crunched the Kings twice over that stretch. But I like Atlanta tonight and Orlando to win. The winners' games would be Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. And then for the late night game, because I know I'm more of a basketball head than you, basketball's kind of passed you by
right. Yeah, it has. But where's the game at? Where
in
is it?
Orlando.
Okay, I'm taking the Orlando Magic
Hey,
because
play the song.
because Trey Young, it's not New York. He's not going to play good
Hey,
in Orlando.
that's a
Nick Anderson's not walking through the door to miss free throws for the Magic.
brought up Nick
So
Anderson. Hey, that was a crazy call, and I respect it.
so we're going to Pablo Escobar and Anthony Hardaway and whoever else they have there.
Anthony
Um,
Hardaway.
so they're gonna Magic are gonna win.
hmm
They're gonna take on the Celtics. Um,
Then the Celtics are gonna
Atlanta.
roll them.
Who can Atlanta play after this?
The loser of this game tonight will play the winner of the Heat and the Bulls on Friday.
So the Bulls are gonna come out of it.
Okay?
They're gonna face Atlanta. Atlanta is gonna lose again because they don't have Mookie Blaylock and they don't have Steve Smith and they don't have Dikembe Mutombo. So those three factors in this game,
Great logic. I respect it. Now,
we're gonna go with Luke Longley and the Bulls.
So later tonight we have Jaw Wick, GI Jaw, whatever you want to call him, Jaw Warrant.
GI Jaw.
GI Jaw going up against Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Jimmy Butler injured his quad in game 82. Um,
So is he out?
no, he's playing, but he took a knee to the thigh in overtime
Is he
of
still
game
shitting his
82.
pants?
I
Didn't he
don't
shit? He
I don't.
shit his pants like the one of his first games in Golden State, didn't he?
When you gotta go, you gotta go, man.
I mean, Paul Pierce,
Paul Pierce did it,
yeah, but he got a wheelchair, so
and yeah, hey, Jimmy Butler over Paul Pierce. Don't sleep.
I
Uh,
don't know. I
no,
don't
no,
know.
but
I was a Paul Pierce guy.
we could get into all time talks later. So I think that it's really weird because Memphis, they fired their head coach 2 weeks ago. Um, they've just been
QB
they're
Brown,
huh?
QB Brown.
We love Hubie Brown around here. I I was in tears the day of the Super Bowl. He called his last game. It was the Bucks and the Sixers. I He gave a beautiful post game speech. I was in tears. I was like, man, I love me some Hubie Brown.
What I have a buddy, man, that hates Hubie Brown. He's like, dude, this guy needs to shut the fuck up. He's
Leave
so
what
senile.
Hubie do? Leave Hubie Brown alone. He's a basketball savant.
Yeah. I bet you
Uh,
like Big Vital too.
Anyways, to continue on with this late night game at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TNT and HBO Max. For those that don't know, for any sporting event that's on TNT, you can also catch it on HBO Max. That's their affiliate.
I did not know that.
Same with how CBS is for Paramount. So
Yeah.
like you could watch the Masters or the Final Four for March Madness on Paramount Plus. In case you didn't know that. I like Memphis to pull off what would be a upset on the road against Golden State. I think Golden State, even Jimmy Butler being hobbled, it's to me would have been a tougher matchup due to they just do not have enough shooting, and it's funny to say that when you have the best shooter of all time in Steph Curry. Like you have Steph Curry, Buddy Hield, and that's about where your shooting ends. You need legacy. If you need legacy games from Brandon Podziemski, then there's a problem.
Is that one of the guys we bet?
No,
Because you give me these guys that I have no idea who they
hey,
are. Like,
sometimes,
cool.
sometimes when
And
you have,
then
sometimes when you have a good matchup, and then he'll
and then
go
you
eight
tell
for.
me
Go on,
I was gonna say, then you tell me Josh Giddey is Australian, and I'm like, why are we betting on an Australian in basketball?
because he plays for
But
the Bulls.
I I know, and they're going to the championship. Didn't I just say they're gonna, win
Yeah, they're
this
making
little
the
play?
playoffs. Yeah, they're making the official playoffs.
Yeah.
No, though, but I like the Grizzlies tonight. Jaw Wick is gonna go crazy. I think he plays into the villain role well, whether he wants to fully embrace it or not. It's just for a team that doesn't have good vibes. Yeah, for a team that
Yeah.
doesn't have good vibes right now, I think Memphis takes advantage of a hobbled Warriors team.
I hate when Warriors are hobbled.
Hey, it happens.
It's but I'm gonna go with the opposite. I'm going with
Okay.
Golden State. They're
Mm-hmm.
playing at home. It's too close to Vancouver. Grizzlies will, they might have some flashbacks and some PTSD of playing up there for,
Right.
3 seasons or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, Brian Reeves may come out of wherever he's been hiding out. And, we're going Golden State because Steph Curry is going to have a game tonight. He's
Gonna
going to
need it.
go off and
Yeah.
he's going to have, I'm going to say he's going to have 38 tonight.
Ooh.
38 and at least 3 assists.
Oh, the 3 assists. That's a okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
I don't know why I threw
The
that in
thing
there.
about might as well
Go ahead.
fuck it. The thing about sports predictions and stuff like that is time will tell who was right and who was wrong. I know you. It's really interesting. I didn't want to make it sound like creepy like just but I know you.
Yeah, you
For
know me.
you think you know me?
I hate Edge.
It's WrestleMania week.
I hate Edge.
Oh my god.
And I hate that he's called Cope now. It's even dumber.
Yeah, it's wild. Your Tigers are playing tonight.
They are playing tonight.
They're
They're
playing
versus
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. They beat them yesterday, 9-0 from the
Flaherty's on the
start.
mound.
Yep, dude, Flaherty. It was interesting because Flaherty got dealt last year to the Dodgers from the Tigers, and then he re-signed with the Tigers
That
this
was
year.
one of the more weird things for me, because when there was rumblings that the Dodgers last year were going to get a Tigers pitcher, I'm like, there's no fucking way they're finna deal Scooble, right?
Right. Well, no, there was talks about like
I saw
people
the
want
Dodgers wanted him. Yeah.
yeah, people wanted to deal Scooble to Baltimore for like a couple of their pieces that I think that what's his name? I don't know. One of their young dudes, Colby
Yeah.
Mayo or something, and somebody else.
Right.
But yeah, I'm glad he's still in Detroit. Detroit's on fire right now, man. They
Yeah.
as
They've.
far as the Tigers. And the Pistons. The Pistons are up there. Fucking
Oh,
the Red Wings let us all down, but
they're.
we're turning it back into a sports town after 10 years of not making the playoffs in any of the four sports.
Yeah. The Lions weren't being one of the best teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
Detroit gonna give
Say that again. Say that again for the people that didn't hear it.
the
Say
Detroit
it.
Lions are one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yes. How many? I mean,
Do
that
some people
dude.
think otherwise?
I am 37 years old. I have never heard that sentence in my life.
They've been one of the best teams for the past 2 years.
Well, I know, but
Yeah,
mine,
you need to rehear it again. You know, yeah, but the last 5 minutes of the show, let's we could do like a free for all thing. Is there anything you want to get off your chest? Anything you want to dive into? We got
yeah,
wrestle. Go
I
on.
hate when people like when you're on a live show. I hate when people are messaging you on Discord and being like, "Brah, hat guy, glasses guy, brah." That's what I need to get off my chest.
Wow. Might as well go
Get
10
off my
toes deep.
Discord right now. Oh man, I'm excited for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Um,
dude. We can do a deeper dive, just
oh
a
yeah,
pure
100%,
WrestleMania show to
100%.
tomorrow if you
So
want.
we got about 6 minutes. Is it just gonna stop recording at 6 minutes? We're just
It'll
gonna be
it'll
off.
it'll stop the Zoom.
Okay. So
So yeah, if you want, we got like 5 more minutes. We can just go.
but yeah, so
And I know you got to dip in the mornings, anyways.
well, I know, but
Yeah.
we plan on doing the show at least 3 times a week to start off: Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
7:30 to around
Yeah,
8:30,
7:30 to around
8:45, give or
8:30.
take.
Yeah, so we'll be live then. You'll be able to see clips and the whole show afterwards. Check out New Leaf News, at New Leaf News on Instagram, X,
Twitter, X, whatever the
yeah,
fuck you want to call it.
Blue Sky. Now we got our YouTube channel. We also have I don't know if we have a Facebook yet.
We do have Facebook.
Okay, we have a Facebook. If you would like some other content, our friends at 64-Bit Legends, I am a co-host.
Mm-hmm.
Check them out at 64-Bit Legends all
Mm-hmm.
across the platforms. At Bobby Kaboose, at Lawson 1226, right?
Yep. Yeah. Lawson underscore 1226. I know some people aren't fans of underscores, but Lawson 1226 was made by me when I was like in, I don't know, elementary school on Twitter, and then
This was like 3 years ago.
fuck you, buddy. And then and then I forgot, login, because who the fuck remembers. So I just put a little nice underscore underneath it. But I'm super excited. Through the first 20 minutes it was kind of a shit show, because once again
Yeah.
we could hear each other, y'all
Yeah.
couldn't hear. So then
You're having a great conversation.
it was fantastic. It was fantastic. Everything was, the blood was really flowing. We were talking about the rundown and all that jazz. But yeah, I'm super excited for this being a nice soft pilot that we're a part of, and I'm super excited that, and once again, it maybe in the future we'll go longer than an hour.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future we'll go 24 hours
As
in
long as
one sitting and just knock out every single thing that's going on in the world today.
yeah.
But no, this should be a fun show, man.
Yeah.
Again, it's been a couple months in the making, and I'm glad it's finally here. I'm glad we finally have somewhat of a schedule.
Mhm.
But it should be a fun time, and we're not, like I said, we're not gonna always talk about sports. So if you like freaking rocks, maybe we'll talk about
Yeah, maybe we'll talk.
Or, you know,
Rocks and dirt and witchcraft and all that
yeah,
jazz.
yeah. I love pentagrams and candles and you
Yeah.
know, painting my face green and having a wart or something. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
doing all that jazz.
Like my witch knowledge is Hocus Pocus and Sabrina. Do you have a talking cat?
No, I don't have a talking cat.
I wish I had a talking cat,
I have a
but
cat that talks, but not a talking cat.
oh damn. Yeah, I see what you did there. I see
Someone
what you did.
knows.
Um
All right. Well, do you have any closing thoughts? Anything?
um Bulls are gonna win whatever they're playing in right now. Um
Tomorrow. So if you want, we can revisit
yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. What did we say? We're saying the Magic and the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, and I got
Right?
basically you got the home teams. I got the away teams.
Yes. And then you know,
We can get
stuff.
into stuff.
I don't know what
Yeah,
else to
stuff.
say, man.
Yeah.
Stuff.
So
You
wrap us
know,
up then, Caboose.
I feel like even though you look more like him, I feel like I'm Garthing right now from Wayne's World and just being like freezing up right now. I don't know. I
It's
don't
an
know what to
awesome
say.
movie.
Yeah, I know.
Awesome. Well, wrap us up then. Wrap up the show.
Huh?
Wrap up the show.
Wrap
Close
up the
out.
show. I gotta wrap up the show.
If you,
We got 2 minutes. I thought we had 2 minutes till you just talk for 2 minutes and be like, "Hey, man, we got
no,
two
the
minutes."
Zoom closes in 2 minutes. We can
Oh,
wrap. Yeah.
so we can wrap up beforehand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't know. I thought we were just
Oh.
going two
Yeah.
minute warning, and
Mother lover,
I
wrap
guess.
up the show.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to wrap up the show. This is our first show, so how am I supposed to wrap it up? Do we have a plan to wrap it
I'll
up?
do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
I mean, I did the intro and I
Yeah. So
carried the
I'll
show,
do.
and
We're
how much
listen.
am I supposed to do here?
We're a
Am I supposed
partnership.
to
I
just
don't
keep
go anywhere
interrupting
without
you
you.
like
You don't
other
go anywhere.
shows?
Well, here,
Am I
you do
supposed to
the.
keep up interrupting you? Am I supposed to keep
You
interrupting you?
can.
Okay,
All right. I'll wrap it up. Thank you everyone
I'll wrap it
for
up.
joining the. Thank you everyone for joining me, Lawson Turner, and Bobby Caboose at New Leaf News for the Legends Clubhouse. I'm super excited for all the important and fun stuff that we have going on. We will see you guys at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, bright
All
and
right.
early. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Hallelujah. Holla back.